Hello, beautiful people. What's going on? Welcome back to PA, also known as Peaceful Ambition. People, today I'm running errands, doing little things on the road. But like old school, when I used to do my messages or whatever, or just my Peaceful Ambition vlogs, I did it on the road. So we're doing it old school today, guys. Of course, I'm going to keep my eyes on the road and get to where I'm going. But today is not even about the errands that I'm running. It's more so about the in-between talk. So a lot of times when I'm running errands and I'm in the car by myself, sometimes I play my jams and I'll be dancing and everything. But a lot of times I like to just turn my radio off, just talk out loud, pray, or just think out loud. So I decided to turn this moment into a video, and instead of just talking to myself, I'm going to kind of talk to you guys about just the randomness, or just the things that I think about, or just a normal peaceful ambition, guys. So if you are new to the tribe, welcome. Please make sure you hit that subscription button down below. Give me a thumbs up. Also, remember, y'all, I'm on Instagram as well as Facebook, Peaceful Ambition. Yeah, all right. So I was just thinking, guys, before I decided to do a vlog and everything, I was just thinking about, of course, life is always the biggest factor with me. And when I say life, it's not just, oh, I'm breathing, I'm alive. Of course, I'm thankful about all that. But I just think about like how life used to be compared to how life is now, and thinking about how life can be in 5 years. One of my biggest fears, y'all, is living my 30s, and I'm 34 right now. Yeah, I'm 34 right now. Living my 30s the way that I did in my 20s to a certain degree. Of course, I feel like already off the back in my 30s, I'm definitely wiser. I'm definitely more alert of things that I maybe didn't pay attention to in my 20s. So I think I already have a foot on that. I feel like me as a person, I'm definitely a little bit more channeled in with who I want to be. Even though I got some work to do, y'all. I still got some work to do. However, when I think about my 20s, it's not even just me being detached from my feelings, or even maturity, I can say. It's kind of also just, the cycle of things that I had to go through in my 20s, feeling like I took a lot of L's in my 20s, feeling like I don't have enough of things in my 20s, feeling like, y'all know how it is. I feel like in your 20s, you're optimistic about your future still, but towards the end of your 20s, you're like, hold on, I wanted this by 23, and I'm 27 right now. I always tell people that I'm 27 because when I was 27, I just felt so good. I felt like I was still young enough to accomplish things, but I was still old enough to have things. Even though I still feel that way now, because in 30s is not old, y'all. Being in your 30s is not old, and I'm pretty sure in 40s is the same thing. But, I still feel like I'm young enough to accomplish anything that I still want to accomplish. I'm healthy, my mind is still sharp, I'm physically okay, especially if I try to get back in shape. So I feel like I'm still young enough to accomplish a lot of things, but I'm old enough to already have things that I aspire to already have, and I don't have them yet. So sometimes that definitely, messes with your head, because you're always wanting to push yourself. They always say that, you are your biggest critic, and I believe that, and I am my biggest critic. Sometimes I'm my biggest cheerleader, and then at the same time I can be my biggest critic, and I'm saying, oh, you're not doing enough, you're not thinking hard enough, you're not being enough. And sometimes I find myself really beating down on myself, and I have to pull myself back and kind of like, Tiara, listen, you got to be gentle with yourself sometimes. Now, if I need to be punished, guys, meaning that I know that I'm just BSing and I'm not doing enough and everything, then that's a different story, because I really try to reason it out. Sometimes it's good to be hard on yourself for good intentions, for good reasons. Now, if you're just saying, oh, I don't have these things, oh, I didn't accomplish this, oh, I should be here in life, or, I don't have enough, or whatever the case is, and it just feels like a continuous cycle, then it shouldn't just be, woe was me. It should be more so, how can so I don't go back through this, this year is going to be this, and I really stick to it. So sometimes I have those issues, and I really feel like it's not just me, and I'm not, shying away from saying any of this, because I feel like I am a human. We are all humans. No one is perfect, no matter how they may look, they may seem, whatever the case. Everyone has their own issues, and because of that, I don't want to shy away from my issues or the things that I go through in life because I feel like everyone else is perfect. No, I don't care. I don't care, guys, because what I'm saying may also help someone else. So sometimes I have the fear of living out my 20s to a certain degree in my 30s. Like I said, I'm 34 now. So I still feel like I have a long way to go in life. And of course, as long as God provides. But right now it's just go time, people. You know, I just want you guys to know, I was rambling on, but I just want you guys to know that, you know, it really doesn't matter. This is me thinking. This is going back to my thinking out loud. It really doesn't matter about my 20s. My 20s, yeah, it matters that, of course, I lived through them, and now I'm here in my 30s and everything. It matters that I got married and had kids and all that stuff. But the downfalls that I had in my 20s, it's not affecting me so much today. Like, you know, I have the chance to renew my life. I have a chance to build a totally different environment, you know, just by starting with myself, inner and outer. You know, today I just talked to myself. I literally sat in the mirror for about 10 minutes and just had a conversation with myself, guys, and really just told myself, like, look, Tiera, you know, things are not perfect right now, because there's things, of course, that, like I said, I want to accomplish, things that I feel like I'm just not there yet. You know, I had to give myself the talk. I understand the position that you're in, and I understand where you want to go. And sometimes I'm not even clear with where I want to go in life. What do I want to do in life? Because I still feel like I'm young enough to not really know. I'm still living life. Sometimes I wish that we can live life backwards so we can see the end, but I don't want to see the end still. I don't know about y'all. Let me know. Would you guys want to live your life backwards? I don't think I would want to do that. No. But just to see where you go in life so you know how to get there, you know. But of course we can't live our life backwards, and we're striving to get to where in our mind we know where we can go. And when I think about it, you know, I have these thoughts, I have these goals, I have these visions of me being this person, looking this way, having these things, feeling this way about myself and my family and everything else. And I think about it, how am I going to get there? Am I going to get there by visualizing it and, of course, praying to God, and, of course, just, you know, just keep on thinking about it and manifesting it and everything? Am I going to get there that way? And I have to remind myself that, no, I'm not going to get there that way just by hoping and praying. I'm going to get there by putting in work. I'm going to get there by changing my environment, changing the way that I do things, and just, like, getting to it, guys. Like, you know how Nike says, just do it? Literally, that's what we have to do. We just have to do it. We want to be smart, we got to do things to be smart. We want to be more fit, we got to do things to be more fit. We literally have to get to it. So that's just something that's been going through my head, and, you know, just thinking about how can I get to it, because sometimes even taking that first step is the hardest step. Thinking about, okay, I want to do this, I want to have these things, now what's my first step to actually get there? Sometimes that's the hardest step. So I really feel like that goes to just having education, you know, looking things up, trying to read books, trying to ask the right questions, trying to find people that's in the same field as you, or doing things that you want to aspire to do, you know, finding mentors and coaches. I really feel like that's important these days. I feel like I want to find a mentor for myself. You know, when I lived in St. Louis, at the time I didn't think of it as her being my mentor, but I used to do like Bible studying with a Sister Smith, shout out to you. But she used to come and pick me up a couple times a week. We used to go to the local Burger King, get a little Burger King meal, and sit down, and she'll have literally bullet points about whatever it is that we're learning that day, or maybe even a little slideshow on her phone, and then we talk about it, you know, just like a little magazine for me to read. And I enjoyed it, guys. Not only did I enjoy it because I was leaving my family, it wasn't something that I was doing in a family setting, so it felt like whatever I was doing with her, however I was, you know, talking about, or whatever the case is, whatever I was doing with her at the time, it felt like it was to build me, to make me a better person. And then in turn, when I go home, I felt good, I felt refreshed, I feel like, you know, I have some little nuggets that I can remember myself to carry on to my family. So, you know, I really feel like now that I'm in my 30s, I just want to kind of like be Tiera 3.0, 3.4, or whatever the case is, and really just push on and be better. And I know you guys are the same way. You know, no one life is the same. No one life is going to be seen to be perfect. Even when you feel like, oh, I'm doing good, I may financially be good, I may spiritually be good, but this is still not good in my life, or I still feel this way, or I still feel lacking of this. Guys, my nose just started getting really stuffy out of nowhere. And also, I decided to stop at Chick-fil-A just for a quick quick lunch, guys. I collect my points on Chick-fil-A, so I'm literally spending only $3 to be here. So check your girl out. So once I get my food and everything, guys, I think it's safe to say that we can conclude this. You know, I just want to just drop some brain dumping on you guys and just tell you where my head is at lately. You know, now that Andre is far and it's just me and the kids, it's really making me think like, wow, this is a different life and I'm up for the challenge and I have no choice but to take on the challenge. So here I am. Beautiful people, I got my food. I got a small fry, a large lemonade, and a grilled chicken sandwich, all from Chick-fil-A for $3. Like I said, I saved my points, and even though I basically just paid for the lemonade, I got more points. So next time I can go get me more food for free, basically. So I'm going to enjoy my lunch, guys. It's almost time for me to pick up the kids. I still have a couple more errands to run, but I just want to just thank you guys for always being here, always listening to me, no matter what I'm talking about, whatever the case is. You guys are super supportive, and I appreciate you guys tons and tons and tons. And I just want to know, like, when you guys are in the car, do you always just throw on music? Do you have the moments like what I just had when I just talk out loud and just want to think about things to come and, you know, kind of living purposeful and everything? So I hope you guys do have that same mindset and just tell me, you know, what things are you doing on purpose? What purposeful things in life are you doing so you don't live the same way you lived in your 20s or your 30s or your 40s, whatever the case is? Because growing up, every decade that we go through, guys, is just, you know, the older we get, the less that we'll maybe be able to do, or maybe the more we'll be able to do. I guess it's just up to us. So I love you guys. Talk to y'all later. I'm about to eat this french fry because it's so juicy in my mouth. And remember, peaceful ambition. And I hope you guys like this. Make sure you hit that thumbs up for me. Make sure you look up my other content. Make sure y'all support my other channels, Andre&Tiera World, Dancehall Critics, the Wise Family 5, Akira's Journal. Until next time, y'all. Peace.